Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Naik, and through this video I am beginning with the new series in the course Foundation of Mathematics. A Foundation of Mathematics is a very fundamental course in the field of mathematics. I'll be using the text Foundation Course in Mathematics by Ajit Kumar, S. Kumaresan and Baba Kumar Sharma throughout the syllabus. So let's begin with the first chapter of this course titled Statements and Logic. Statement is a term commonly used in day-to-day life. We look at it as a sentences. But can we categorize what kind of sentences are really a statement? Okay, so let's see some examples. First one, 5 is a prime number. Second one, the sine function is not periodic. Third one, Panjim is the capital city of Goa. Next, Goa has 3 districts. Next, 5 plus 3 is equal to 9, and the next one, the sentence I am reading is false. Now how would we know which among these are statement? Very basic things we need to check. First thing, are those sentences makes sense? Next thing, we need to check whether the given sentences can be categorized as a true statement or a false statement. So let's see the answer. Let's categorize this as either true or false, or may not fall in either true or not or false category. Okay, so the first statement, 5 is a prime number. Any student having mathematical background will answer this. We all know that it's a prime number, so the statement is true. Next one, the sine function is not periodic. As we all know, it's a wave function and it's a periodic function, so this sentence is false. Panaji is the capital city of Goa. Again, we all are aware that it's a capital city, so the statement is true. Goa has 3 districts. Goa does not have a 3 district, so the sentence is false. 5 plus 3 is equal to 9. As you all know that 5 plus 3 is not equal to 9, the statement is false. And the last one, the sentence I am reading is false. What can you say about this statement, this sentence? Okay, so as we all know, as we can see in these examples, that the first 5 statement over here can be categorized as true, either true or false, but the last statement cannot be categorized as a true statement and as a false statement. So here we define the term statements. A statement is a sentence which has strings of words and symbols and can be classified as either true or false, but not both or in between. These two terms, true and false, are the mutually exclusive term. For a statement, either it will be true or it will be false, but it cannot be both. Let us consider the last sentence which we noted down in an examples. Consider the sentence I am reading is false. The question is it a statement? I want you to say, consider the sentence I am reading is false. The question is it a statement? If I give you a minute, then you will conclude that this cannot be considered as a true or false statement. It's a contradictory statement. Okay, so let's see the reason why the given sentence is not a statement. Okay, The given sentence can be written in the following way. I call it as sentence as S. Okay. The sentence is of the form, the sentence I am reading is false. So it's the same as saying the sentence, basically it's the same sentence, so sentence S is false. Okay. Now if I say that this sentence is true, if this is true, okay, so that means the sentence S is false is true. That means in reality this S is false. That is same as saying the sentence S is false. But your sentence S is the same sentence which is true. So that is contradicting to each other. Same way, if I call this as false, then the sentence S is false. That is same as saying the sentence S is false is false. That means this is true. Or in other words, this is true. So therefore, we can see that it is contradicting again. So such kind of sentences are called as liar paradox. Okay, and it is not a paradox because it's a contradictive statement, and it is not a statement. Okay. Next, we can have a sentences which at that point of time we cannot categorize as a true or false, but we know it can be either true or false and not both, or even if it's being true or false depend on the context. Here we have some examples. X plus 3 equal to 7, where x is a real number, x is varying over the real number. Then we know that for x is equal to 4 the given sentence is true, and for x not equal to 3 for any other real value, x not equal to 4, it is false. But still this statement will either remain, the sentence will either remain true or false and not both. Okay, so therefore this is an example of a sentence which depends on the context, which being true or false depends on the context. Okay, so therefore it's again a statement. We have a statement, every integer greater than or equal to 4 is a sum of 2 primes. This is a very famous unsolved statement in number theory. Okay, but we know that we can prove it as either true or false and not both. Similarly, there are infinitely many pair of twin primes. The meaning of twin primes is the pair of primes whose gap is 2, that is the difference between 2 prime is 2. For example, 11 and 13. Okay, 57 and 59. These are some examples of twin primes. So still this is a statement. Next we see negation of a statement. By the term itself, as it suggests, negation means we need to negate a statement. So it again forms a statement which is true when the given statement is false, and it is false when the given statement is true. The statement is called a negation of the given statement and is denoted by not of given statement. Okay, so for any statement S, exactly one of S and not of S is true. Okay, see, if S is true, then not of S is false, and if not of S is true, then S is false, or if S is false, not of S is true. Okay, so exactly one of them will be true, exactly one of them will be false. Okay, now the law of complement. S is a negation of not S. You know that not of S is a negation of S. In a similar way, S is a negation of not of S. Okay, and not of S convey the same meaning as S. Complement of complement is the same statement. Example, the number of students in the class is 20. So how would you negate it? Suppose you know the number is in the class is 23. You won't say that the number of students in the class is 23 as a negation of the given statement. You just have to negate it. Okay, so what you will say, you will just introduce the word not. So the number of the student in the class is not 20. 5 plus 3 is equal to 9. So 5 plus 3, everyone knows that it is not equal to 9, right? So how do we negate it? Will we say that 5 plus 3 is equal to 8? No, that's not a negation. We just negate it by saying that it is not equal to 9. 5 plus 3 is not equal to 9. So here are some exercise problem for you all. Please solve it. Okay, and thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day ahead.